What's up, people? I'm here to talk about a 3-day workout plan for the week that you guys can do, that is stress-free, is not time-consuming, something that you will get to do, you'll get to push yourself, but also be able to have the time for stuff like your business, your family, and all the other things that you have going on in your life. So listen, I'm gonna go over this. And with this information I give you, which is super important, so I need you to watch throughout the whole of the video. This information that I'm about to drop you might not even seem real, okay? Because of how little effort that you need to put in to be able to see amazing results like what I've achieved. I don't do split days. I don't do Monday arms, Tuesday chest, Wednesday back. I don't do none of that stuff. Listen, I'm gonna teach you how you can implement full body. I'm gonna teach you how you can implement pushing and pulling and legs in only 3 days. And these 3 days are the days that you're gonna push yourself to the maximum, but also is gonna help you to achieve. And these days in between, you're gonna be able to recover. And recovery is the most important thing when it comes to working out. With no recovery time, you will not see the results you want. Before I get into details, I'm gonna tell you a story and what I do. I do calisthenics. I do weighted calisthenics, and I do a lot of statics in calisthenics. So you might see a lot of gymnasts as well do these kind of movements. I do planche, I do weighted pull-ups, I do weighted dips. I also do compound movements. So I only dedicate 1 day to weights. I do weighted pull-ups or weighted dips and legs in the same day. So I push myself to the limits in that 1 day with just weights. And the rest of the days that I work out is purely calisthenics, so purely body weight. I've been going to the gym now for almost 5 years, and I have never seen this much progress in my life apart from when I started calisthenics. Calisthenics has got me to improve in the most quickest and in the best way possible. I don't even target arms, but look at my arms, right? Let me not flex real quick, okay? My arms have never been so big. My shoulders, my back, my chest, my abs has never grew and has never had this much strength apart from when I started calisthenics. Weights is amazing. I loved it. I've done it for the majority of the time I've been in the gym, but for me, it got repetitive. I felt like it was an endless chase. You're chasing what people call the pump, which is after you do a workout, the specific target of muscle that you work out ends up full of blood and you look massive and you feel good. You come out the gym, you see yourself in the mirror, you're like crazy. I look huge. But for me, I got bored of that chase. I was working out, yeah, I was getting bigger, but there was no end goal. There's no real skills you get out of it. There's a lot of people that are huge, but they don't really have that much strength. They're only strong in movements like bench press. In terms of general strength, especially us as business owners, we have to pick things up. We have to have the strength to be able to do the jobs that we have here. Routine that I'm gonna help you implement will allow you to have the same strength that I have, which will help make your life so much easier in the way you work, in your business, and just generally. There is huge reasons why I implement the workout regime this way. So I will start explaining to you how I do it. So we got 3 days. We got Monday, we got Wednesday, and we got Friday. This is how I recommend things go within these 3 days, right? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Monday, we're gonna start off the day with pushing. So you might ask me, what are we doing in this push day? I'll explain to you and I'll tell you exactly the reasons why I chose push first. I'm not just giving you push-pull legs for a random reason. I'm giving it to you for a very, very good reason. So first, on Monday, we're starting off with push because when it comes to push days, you use actually a lot of your back as well. So that's why I don't do pull first, I do push first. Because push, you actually put more than just your chest, your triceps, your delts. A lot of it comes from your back as well. What are the workouts we do on this push day? So it starts off with dips. Now I'm gonna give you a progression. People that are not good at dips, for the people that are not good at dips and you feel like you're not strong enough to start adding weight while doing dips, practice with your own body weight. Don't add no weights, don't add anything. I want you to get to 20 reps in a row, 20 reps in a row of dips. If you can't do that yet, progress it, keep going. until you can get to 20 reps of dips. Then you can start progressing into weights. For the people that can't do weighted dips, start off with getting used to your body weight. After you start doing 20 in a row, you do it by implementing this set. So it's going to be 4 sets, 2 sets. I want you to use them as a warm-up. So for example, let's say you can only do 5 reps. I want you to do these 2 with just 2 reps, 3 reps even. I don't want you to tire yourself too quickly. So with these 2 sets, I want you to just warm up. These are the warm-up sets, the 2 first sets. Then when you're moving into the 3rd and the 4th, that's when I want you to do your maximum, right? This is the time where you're gonna push yourself to the max. I want you to shake pushing for that last rep. I want you to push it as hard as you can with those 2 sets. So if you're not using weights, you try your max. It can be 8, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 20. It can, if you're reaching 25, well done, start adding weights. That's what you need to do for people that can't add weights yet. For people that can do 20 reps, let's say that your maximum is 20 kg. You can only push out 1 rep with 20 kg hanging between your legs. We need to focus on reps. We want to increase reps with a reasonable weight. Then we move up. Do you understand? So with the 2 sets, the warm-up sets, we're going to do 5 kilos for the first set, then 10 kilos for the second set, right? You're going to rep range between 5 to 6, right? You want to warm up with good form, okay? Then you do the same thing with the second set. You go to 10 kg. You do the same thing, about 5 to 6, okay? Then you're moving on to your working sets, your next 2. You said your maximum is 20. So we're gonna go to 15, okay? We're gonna grab 15 kg. We're gonna get the weighted belt, okay? Put 15 kg. I want you to do your maximum reps in these 2 sets. So let's say that your first one was 5 to 6 reps. Perfect, that's a very good start. Then your second set will be around 4 reps because you're tired, right? That's amazing. So the next week you come back on that push day, you should be pushing 7 reps, then 8 reps, then 9 reps, then 10 reps. Then once you reach 10 reps or whatever your goal amount of reps can be, then you move the weight up. So you went from 15 kg to 20 kg, right? Once you reached your rep range goal. So then you reach 20. Then you start doing the same thing. Try your max. But obviously do your warm-up sets first because you don't want injuries. Injuries will put you out of the game for a long time. That's why we have gaps in between these 3 days to help you recover so you can come back strong as ever. You understand? So that's how you increase your strength. And not only that, your body will absolutely transform. You will be shocked with how crazy your body will change. Okay? So now we've done 4 sets, 2 warm-up sets, 2 working sets. Okay? So next, you're going to move to the weights and we're going to do compound movements. Okay? For people that don't know compound movements, basically it's a movement that allows you to it's a compound of muscles. So more than one muscle in one movement. This is when we move into the bench press area. So for me, what works best for me and what I feel like allows me to build strength the most, I do dumbbell incline press. So I grab the bench, I raise the level, and then after I grab a set of dumbbells that I feel like I can rep between 6 to 8, maybe even 10. Then I only want you to do 2 sets of these, 2 sets, but you're gonna push yourself to the absolute max. So the goal here is to not count reps. Your goal here is to make sure you do the maximum amount of reps, but also keep track of how many you've done. Say for example, your goal is to reach 6 reps, but you reach 6 and you feel like you can go more, but you drop the weight. Don't do that, right? You're losing out on gains, you're losing out on strength. So I want you to push to your absolute maximum, all right? Because this will get you to where you want to be. If If you want to be stronger, you want to look good, this is how you have to do it. Then you increase the weight a bit more. So let's say on my incline dumbbell press, I did 20 kilos. I want you to move to 25 kilos or 30 kilos. You do max again. And that's your two sets done. Go home. Your day is done. You don't have to do anything else after that. And I promise you, you will see a change. I promise you. So now moving on to day 2, which is Wednesday, right? So you get Tuesday to rest, then you have Wednesday. Wednesday is important because, like I said, on Monday, you use a lot of your back as well while you're pushing. So you don't want to fatigue your back and then go into pull-ups and the next session because you'll be fatigued. The goal here is to push to the max. That's what will get us to progress. This is how we start. Weighted pull-ups or just normal pull-ups. Now, pull-ups is a very hard movement. A lot of people can't do pull-ups. A lot of people struggle with pull-ups because it's something people don't really train. So starting off again, people that can't do weighted pull-ups or can't even do a single pull-up, to grab a resistance band. All right, they're very cheap, they're not expensive. Get resistance band. Maybe you already have them, okay? And I want you to wrap it around the bar, okay? And then I want you to put your feet in it, okay? So this is gonna act as something that will help you to push you up so you can feel the movement of a pull-up. Your goal, okay? Until you can reach this, you can move into weights. Your goal is to get between 12 to 15 pull-ups in a row. No band, no help. Then you can start moving into weights, okay? So until you get there, start using resistance bands. Once you can start reaching a high rep range with a resistance band, you know you're getting stronger. So put a lighter resistance band so you have less help. Then you progress lower and lower. You put a lighter resistance band every time. Then eventually you will move to no resistance band. So then you start to aim for your 15 reps. So once you reach that, then you can start moving into weights. So for my people that can already do 12 to 15 reps of pull-ups, which is not many people, but there's some people out there. So grab a weight that you feel like that you can get a couple reps in with. Okay, so say your maximum again is 20. I want you to grab for the first 2 sets, I want you to grab a 5, then a 10. And then after on the 3rd and the 4th, I want you to do with 15 kilos. Try to get around whatever your goal rep range would be, which would be around from 8 to 10. I would recommend going for 10. It will set you up for the next weight to come. So once you go from 15 to 20 and you can do 10 reps with that 15, then 20, you'll be able, with the 20 kg, you'll be able to do about maybe already 5 to 6 reps, right? So that's perfect. That's your perfect way to start. This is what allows you to build strength and a good physique. So after those 4 sets, again, we move to the gym, all right? So we grab, I'll give you a couple options, okay? These are 2 exercises that I will recommend. Don't do both, just do one, okay? So we have the seated rows, the one where you sit down and you pull the bar towards you, okay, while you're sitting down. Okay, that's one. That's the one that I do personally. Or there's the Olympic bar rows. So where you have the big bar, you have the weight on each side, and you bend and you do rows. So it's like the bent over rows. And again, I want you to do the same thing as what you did on Monday. I want you to pick 2 weights. So for example, 20 and 30. The first set, you do 20, your max. The next set, you do 30, max. Drop the weight, go home. Eat healthy food, recover, take some cold showers, have cold exposure, recover properly. And then after, we're here for Monday. Crucial, okay? If you want to be strong, you need a strong base. Where does your base come from? Your legs. Your legs will help you to be strong in many ways. So that goes for your day-to-day life. If you have strong legs, you can lift things. If you have strong legs, you can move around quicker, all right? Strong legs is the most important thing. So this is what builds your stability. So when you're at work, you're picking things up, you're moving around, your legs are what support you. Without your legs, you can't move, okay? So I want you for Day number 3, the last and final day of the week on a Friday, okay? I freed up the weekend for you so you can enjoy your Saturday, Sunday, or whatever you like to do, okay? So I chose Monday, Wednesday, Friday for you. This is legs. 2 compound movements. We're gonna do 1 isolated movement and calves. Calves is important, you want some strength in there, all right? You don't want skinny calves, it doesn't look great. Starting off, squats. Yes, everyone doesn't like squats. Shall I tell you why no one likes squats? Because it's the hardest. You know why it's the hardest? Because it's the best one. Think about it back in the days. Do you think the gladiators and the centurions, the warriors, do you think that they were doing leg extensions and leg presses? No, they weren't. They were lifting heavy things at one point. They were squatting down. They were doing this movement of squat because this is where you build real base. The squat will give you power in your legs, okay? So look, we're gonna go with the same progression as the other 2 days. We're gonna do 2 warm-up sets, and then after we're gonna do 2 working sets. So I want you again, listen, I know you can figure this out by now. You understand the pattern. 2 warm-up sets with a reasonable weight. Then after we're gonna do 2 working sets with a hard weight. Then you're gonna progress it week by week, increasing the weight after you reach your rep goal. And then your legs will get stronger, more chiseled. You have big quads, you have big hamstrings, and you will look amazing, okay? So then moving on to the second workout. The second workout will be RDLs. If you don't know what RDLs are, it's this movement right here that I'm showing on the screen. It's the best way for me to describe it. So with this movement, you're only gonna do 2 sets. Can you see the pattern I'm doing here? So you're gonna do 2 sets, okay? But you're gonna do your maximum amount of reps. Don't stop until you can't lift the bar anymore. Keep going. I want you to put in the most motivational music in your ear. I want you to push yourself to the absolute limits on this, okay? Because this will what make you a warrior. If you want to be built like a warrior, if you want to be the man that controls your business, if you want to be the man that people look up to, if you want to be the man that the people that work for you look up to you and say, my boss is someone that is healthy, is strong, then you have to push yourself to your limits. So again, 2 sets, RDLs. This is going to help you build the backside of your legs to have strength. RDLs can help you with picking things up, because you're always in that position to go pick things up. You need to build that area of your legs because most people forget about it, and it's the most important part, okay? I want you to do hamstring curls. I'm sure your gym has a hamstring curl machine, okay? It's either the one that's seated or the one that's lying down. Do either or. 3 to 4 sets, okay, of your maximum. We're pushing to the max on all of these, okay? You push to your max on the hamstring curls. And then after that, I want you to do the calf raises, okay? So you go on a stair or you go on the calf raise machine and you do some calf raises. You're gonna do 4 sets of your max. Even if you find it better, you find more contraction in your calves, do single-legged calf raises. That's what I do personally. I go on the step. I only do 1 foot at a time because I feel the contraction best there. So listen, I just gave you a full plan of what you should do for the week to get from where you are now to what you can become and what you envision to be. So listen, remember that building yourself and your physique makes you a way better person than what you are now. Not only are you gonna get a better body, but you're gonna get more respect and you're gonna get more appreciation. You're gonna be looked up at. People are gonna see you. They're gonna be, how am I gonna be like you? This is how you do it. So guys, I appreciate you. Take this information. I put my heart and my soul into this. I made sure that I gave you all the information that you need. So guys, any questions you need to ask me, put them in the comments and I can help you out. I appreciate you guys and have a good day.